So there's a little bit of discussion exactly its scientific name right now. Zamia is the family, and Interfolia, you'll also hear it as Zamia palmea. The reason for that is nobody can figure out exactly what it is, because it grows differently in different areas, so it looks very different. If it's in better conditions, if it has richer soil, less light, more light, and that's for all the plants. So that's kind of a good point, that sometimes plants really can trick you depending on how it grows. So why I'm pointing out Kunti is the common name of it. Another common name for it is Indian bread root. And it was a big source of starch for the native people that lived here. The reason why I don't necessarily eat it is when you dig it up and kill the root, it kills the plant, and it's not a very common plant. Because World War I came in, and the United States Navy looked for a source of starch for its troops during World War I and dug up thousands and thousands of acres of it, and it is a very slow-growing plant. So much so that some of the species that depend upon the Kunti went extinct, like the Florida Atella butterfly, which we thought was extinct, but people in South Florida, the Miami area, it was all in the rage back then. In the 50s and 60s to plant the Kunti. So the Atella butterfly, A-T-A-L-A, butterfly, came back. So now it's spreading back from the south back up north to its original habitats, which is pretty neat. So I haven't personally tried the Kunti plant, but I plant it all the time. Anytime I see those red plants, red seeds, they're in seed right now. If you don't know what the seeds look, they're really cool. The seed pod looks like a old-timey grenade that you would throw, and when you break it open, it's all those little red, fleshy seeds in it. So it is now classified as near threatened, so that's why I don't really mess with that too much. So we're going to cut through the concert. I don't normally like to do it, and it's funny. Today's plant of the day is spiderwort. Everybody say spiderwort. I have a love affair with spiderwort, so much so it has gotten me in trouble with my wife. Let me explain why before you have those dirty minds. So, thank you. So spiderwort started popping up in my backyard, and my wife and I, our first backyard, which was very large, and I had a ride-on mower at the time, I don't know, but so I would mow that grass. And every once in a while, the spiderwort would pop through. Well, I'd stop mowing that section and turn around it, and then another spiderwort would pop up, and I'd stop mowing that section. Then my whole backyard was a jungle until we had the conversation of, we can't keep having this jungle. We've got to mow. So I was like, well, how about I just take out the grass? So that's kind of our... But anyway, I'll point out spiderwort, but that's the whole reason why we're going that way.